have like a talk about whatever kind of podcast, just for us to sit around and hang out and talk about whatever, pop culture, film, whatever we want to, and let our personality shine through. And I had everything except the space to do it.
Okay.
Well, then I was talking to Randy one day, and he was this close to being at the point he wanted to publicly address some stuff that, he had been dealing with different people and stuff.
Oh, really?
And I was like, well, let's,
really?
let's just set up a whole
Randy?
thing. Yeah, I know. I was like, well, let's just set up a whole thing out of it. And we started, seriously talking about, making a video to just air it out.
Correct.
And so that's what inspired us first, getting through the door and using this space.
Correct.
Because, this is a space that Randy has used before. And then, so the very first day we filmed for 2.5 hours, just gossiping, him, and Jeremy. So a lot of that has not been shared or posted.
Okay, but he got it out. He was able to get it out.
Yeah. And so once Jeremy was here and Jeremy was kind of promoting his movie, I realized what it could be.
Okay.
I was like, okay, this could kind of become an entertainment hub for our state and hopefully the whole Southeast eventually. So anything that somebody's got going on, films you're working on, musicians, whoever, they can come on here and promote.
Absolutely.
I still want to start to work in some more of that casual hangout podcast, let our personalities just talk, be funny, come through at some point.
Correct.
Still planning on doing some redecorating so we can get that going. But yeah, that's kind of how it started.
I
know, that's kind of how it started. It's been going well, so.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I think the first time I met you was on the set of Randy's set of A Love Letter from Heaven. I think that's where I first met you.
Really?
Were you on that set? You were in the movie.
I did a couple of days on that movie. I ran camera a couple of days, and then I had an acting role in that one. I was a nurse.
Okay.
He submitted that one to an online Christian film festival. They gave me an award for that role.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Best Actress Supporting. I was like, what?
Good.
I remember being mad at them because they had me under the impression that it was set in the 90s, the scene we were doing. And I remember I did this funny hair.
Okay.
And then they were like, oh, this scene is in present day. And I was like, y'all got me looking crazy.
Yeah.
But that ended up being really good. That's one of the only quality, quick little reels I even have.
Okay.
To show somewhat of what I can do acting-wise.
Okay.
I remember when we did that scene, they didn't give me much direction. They were just like, that's good. And we just kept it going. Yeah.
And Randy makes, one thing I love about Randy, and anyone that worked with him, he has so much patience. And he's such a great teacher. I love working in his set. Just peaceful. And I love the fact that he does keep God centered. He makes sure that we pray, and I just love being on set with him. I learned so much. And actually my first paid role that I had in acting, which has not been long, of course, was because of the role that I had in his film, A Love Letter from Heaven.
Oh, that's right. You were a school teacher,
right? Yes, I was a school teacher, a biology teacher.
I don't think we actually crossed paths on that particular movie. I think I first remember meeting you, it probably was The Wolf. Joey's movie, but we were filming it for Joey, and you would have been running sound. I think we were at Dumont Plaza in Meridian.
Okay.
Filming outside. I don't know.
I feel like
I knew you before then. Yep. I don't know.
And Jenni, just so that we set the record, Jenni is very knowledgeable.
Oh, thank you.
She was very cool, down to earth to work on set. So, very memorable first time experience. So I would say, absolutely. I just can't remember.
You never know what'll
it's
come
I've
out
been
of this.
knowing you forever, but
I
can't remember which set it was.
I know, yeah. I'm trying to figure out if you might have been there. Did you run sound on Love Letter at all?
I did.
Okay, so maybe you were there when
No, I didn't. No, I didn't run sound.
Okay.
I think after he realized I was interested, he put me in after that. Because we did the school. No, that was Joey's. I did the school bus. So
he heard a little bit about. I shared the school bus story with him
really?
earlier. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, we got to get off this bus. We got to get off this bus.
It was hot. hot.
It was hot.
Like 90 something.
It was like 90-something degrees. We had lights on there. No air. I mean,
I had the sound.
Like we weren't driving the bus.
No.
Like no wind. It was just sitting there. Yeah.
And what about the little kid? Wait a minute, you gotta tell me.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot about that.
So mind you, this is supposed to be a Christian film. And what the little boy, you remember what the little boy said?
I don't even remember what he said. When we were rolling, they told some of the kids just kind of like ad-lib. They were supposed to be bullying. They were supposed to be bullying, like, I guess the main character. And he said something. It was really inappropriate. I remember something about a toilet.
It was something that was
well.
really
It was around that time that like Skibbity Riz toilet was like common, so they were saying that.
Correct.
But he said something.
Bad.
I think he said something sexual.
It was.
And I remember we had done so many takes, and they were like, "Oh, that was a great take." Well, we got done with that one, and we just looked at each other, and I was like, "Should we tell them?" And we didn't tell them. And she was running sound, so you had the headphones on, so I know you heard it. And I was like, "Hey guys, this kid said something really inappropriate. We might want to roll again."
Right.
God, I wish I could remember what it was.
He got in trouble. He got a little bit of trouble. Not too much trouble, but Randy did talk to him though. He had to talk to him. He was like,
well, thank you for running sound today. By the way, so we just have the wide view today. My camera, so y'all be sure to let me know how it looks. Have Bryson behind the camera today helping me out. Yep. But
hey,
that's mine. All that's mine.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So afterwards, I'm gonna ask you about because I need to get my own camera as well. Start fiddling. Yeah. So just
between the two of us, you got sound. I got a camera. I got lights too, but I don't know how to do. That stresses me out.
We can make
lighting stresses me out
for sure.
I understand like how they work, except for setting them up to where like we wouldn't have multiple shadows and stuff like that. I don't understand how that works.
Okay.
But I also was telling him that your very first film that you did has won how many awards?
Oh, so I actually won one.
Okay.
I was nominated, and then I won Best Film by Black female filmmaker in Toronto, Canada. So I was able to take my team up to Canada, and we loved it. We was there for a couple of days. It was super fun. But it was a pleasure winning that award, and my team was super excited.
Well,
they were more excited than me, which is great. Thank you. I got nominated for about
But you've had several nominations.
Several nominations, correct.
And film festival selections, like,
yes.
Yeah, just, okay.
Correct.
Is that the same thing? Nomination and a selection?
So selection is not the same as nominated. Selection is like, hey, we reviewed your work. We definitely want to. Sometimes selection is we want to include it in the film festival to show it. Nomination just means, okay, you're up for an actual award.
Right, okay.
And then, so you can be nominated but not win, of course. Because I was nominated for like 6 categories.
Well, good.
Yeah, which was really nice. It was like sound, I think it was costume, like best costume, and some other. I think a best trailer was one of them. But yeah, it's been interesting in the film festival sector. Now, will I do it again? Because I spent about $1,500
submitting it.
Yes, I spent about $1,500 on submissions. So I will never do that again.
Well, I mean, I guess you have to just. Did you find some that you liked and some that you didn't like?
Yes.
So you could probably find some that aren't like crazy expensive,
correct,
or find the ones that are more reputable and kind of like.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
That is absolute. So I won't.
But for your first one, you were kind of just throwing it out there to see what sticks.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So first one, I didn't know anything about it. So I'm just like, let me just see what happens, and I just went crazy.
Yeah.
So absolutely, I agree with what you just said. So I'm going to be more selective to the film festival that I'll submit them to.
Yeah.
And then also, I believe that my film could have. There's some editing things that I wish that things that I wish that I would have done differently. Because again, it was my first short film, and it's called. It's called Touch.
It's called Touch.
It's called Touch. And I had a wonderful cast, wonderful crew, and we were all just creatives that we're kind of helping each other out with different projects. And I'm a part of a group called the 100 Filmmakers. And this group was created by Maximus Wright, which is a local, he's local Yazoo filmmaker. And so he created this group, and his goal was to basically mentor 100 filmmakers in 7 years. And so he created this group, and through this group, we were able to just come up with different small projects to work on. And then finally, I was like, hey, I have a script. And they were just excited to bring their talents in to help out with this particular project.
Have y'all gotten to the distribution phase yet?
That's next.
Okay, so how's that going?
So I haven't submitted just yet.
Okay.
So that's something I'm gonna be working on within the next 2 days to go ahead and get it to the. I'm gonna go ahead and get it through that process so that I can get some distribution.
I love this time of year. It seems like it's always this time of year that good things are going on, like film wise. Yeah.
I agree.
Well, that's cool. So, you're hoping to get it just whatever platforms you can for distribution?
I believe that Tubi's definitely going to be one. And there's some other ones, and I'm still learning the process. I do have a couple of people that I know that have went through the distribution side. So
and Randy knows a lot about that, and he won't mind if you call him.
Oh yeah. You already know he's going to be on my list.
Yeah, I mean, because I think Love Letter is on like 18 different things.
Okay.
And it's making money.
Oh yeah.
Money. I was shocked.
Really?
That's another reason I'm ready to make one. Because I'm like, wait, all of this work I'm putting in, I actually could make money? Like, wait, what?
You can.
Because I never was counting on that. I was never planning on that. I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Like, I've got to be in it for the love of it and the passion of it. And I'm like, okay, but hold up.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a second. I was telling him I did some videography. First of all, videography is way different than film. I dare say more challenging.
Really?
Yeah, because I kept having to like change lenses, change my settings, because you're on the move.
Okay.
And all I have is a tripod, so I'm like moving the whole tripod.
Okay.
And I've got my camera backpack on my back, like doing the whole thing. Videography is just different. It was a big challenge. I was telling him I did that not for free. A video I did recently. But just for me to learn, to get out, build my camera, do the whole thing, to see like how it was. Okay. Because somebody was asking me, do you need to film a commercial for a grade for school? And I was like, nope, not right now. I was like, I can do one for some money though.
Right, exactly.
I was like, even though I did that for me, I still felt like I robbed myself because I did like 6 hours of work.
Okay.
So I'm starting to see like my own like value and worth.
That's a good question. So how did you build that confidence? I mean, I'm interviewing you now. How did you build that confidence? How did you build that confidence enough? Because I know you're in school. You're in school. Was it until, because you worked behind the camera, under Randy and probably some other projects. But when did you get the confidence to say, I can do this, and this is what I charge? Like, this is what I'm worth.
Well, I haven't done any paid jobs yet. Okay. I don't know. I would say, like, in life in general, I've always kind of been obnoxiously confident and not mean to be, like, not even realize it. Is that weird?
No.
Is that weird?
Because I think that's something that you just need to have. And if you already naturally have it, it's already in you.
I don't know. And I think that's why a lot of times, like, people don't like me. Because I just don't even, like, question it. Like, I definitely get insecure sometimes. And I definitely get, like, super emo sometimes. And, like, go through, like, sadness and stuff like anybody else. But, like, yeah, I don't know. And then to bring it back to, like, specifically to film, a lot of that is just delusion. And just, working with people that, like, I'm sitting there on a set and I'm like, okay, they could do this or they could do this, but it's not my place to say.
Correct.
And then like working with jerks and being like, I can do this better than them.
Okay.
And then I was like, I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm going to.
I like that. I like that.
We need women filmmakers in the state, in the indie world.
So
I'm happy that you're doing what you're doing.
Yes.
I'm happy that I'm on the path that I'm on.
Absolutely.
I have a girl messaging me right now. I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to say it out loud because I want to see if you know who this is. You know who this is, right?
Yes.
Okay, look at those messages. We're going to create a safe space for young girls to be actresses without being harassed and without being, you know.
That's important.
You know where I'm coming from.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to, I'm about to mix it up.
Absolutely.
I'm about to mix it up.
We do need to. We do. And because that's how the Me Too movement, you know, if you think about it, that's a part of that that movement. But how do we professionally present ourselves on set? And how do we have those conversations, those uncomfortable conversations with those in position of power who may try to take advantage of us as women? And it may just not be women. It could be men as well, because we see it on social media, you know, what's happening in the industry. So that's great that we need to start that for sure.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. I'm just kind of crazy, I guess. I'm trying to, actually, Lydia Brand, we were doing a movie with Jeremy Limbaugh one day, and in between like scenes and stuff, I was just kind of, so I had met her from doing stage theater shows at MLT, and I kind of hooked her up with Jeremy, kind of put her in this movie, and so I think other than Love Letter, that was kind of like one of her first little roles. Love Letter was her first one, I think, as far as film. Yeah, I think so. And anyways, and I'm just explaining like, I think it was like rule of thirds or 180 or something. I was just explaining something to her, and she was like, "How do you know this?" And she was like, "How do you know all these things?" She was like, "Do you have a film degree?" And I was like, "No, I just work on sets and like had people like teach me and just learn from experience." But that planted that seed in my head, and I was like, "Wait." So I started like looking into like, how can you do this? And I was like looking into Meridian Community College, Hines, like trying to see if they had like online programs. Well, I found LAFS and Full Sail. You can do totally online. And I'm like, am I crazy? Like, let me look into this. And so, yeah, I just snowballed from there. I told my husband, I was like, I think I'm about to do film school. And then everybody was like, wait, why are you going to do that? Why are you going to do that? Just start a production company. They're like, just make movies. And I'm like, with what money, baby? So Uncle Sam's paying for school.
That's right. That's right.
And the school sent me all this equipment, and I'm getting the knowledge. And some of the classes are very, very helpful. Like the screenwriting classes help me a lot with writing. So
that's good. So there's things that you, being in class, of course, some experience you gain from class or knowledge versus having access to a film set.
Yeah, so I'm getting a hands-on experience, and I'm getting some more of like the
apply it,
just tools. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that's important.
It's been
it's not like you're just waiting for a project. You're having to.
Yeah.
So that's good. It's kind of keeping your creative juices flowing.
Well, sometimes it can ironically kind of not provide a creative outlet depending on what the class is I'm in that month, and just having to work a day job, being a mom, and my husband's been gone for like 7 months from military. It's been a summer. It's been a struggle through some of the just staying on top of it, even though it's like one class a month.
Okay.
I forgot where that was going.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not always. So sometimes I'm like, gosh, I'm ready to go do something creative. So I'll try and go book, like even if it's do background acting or whatever. Which I love and enjoy doing that. And I'm also always watching The Whole Room.
Yeah.
Because some people, they'll be like, you drove all the way down here for $125. I'm like, baby, I'm not here for the money. I'm not here for the money.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, yeah.
So I actually...
Have you been doing some of that?
I have.
Yeah.
And I love background work. I really do. So recently I went to Los Angeles. And I went to Los Angeles to be on The Price is Right. So I went to actually just be a contestant, like just to go and experience the game show life. Again, I was some years ago before COVID. I was on the Let's Make a Deal show. So I was on that. I was picked. I didn't win anything, but I was picked as a contestant. And then this year, just recent, a couple weeks ago, I was on The Price is Right. It's supposed to air in like January sometime. But I was picked to go up.
That's
again.
fun.
So I know what to expect. I did win. Well, so for The Price is Right, I was picked to go up to the podium to bid, right?
Yeah.
But once I got up there to the podium, I never was able to pass that and go onto a showcase and bid within a showcase. But it's the funniest thing that happened. So if you know Price is Right, I'm sorry. You know Price is Right. You know that some people usually bid like $1.
Yeah.
Right? So you got your highest
try to,
bidder.
Undercut you.
So I'm at the end of the podium. So it's me. It's a young lady next to me. She's at the end. And so everybody else, the bid goes from my right to left, right? And so I'm like, okay, $2. I said $2. Guess what this girl said?
So you were first?
I was first before her. First. No, I wasn't first.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a $790 or $750. Then it was like a $650. Then it was like a $400. And then for me, I was like, $2. But guess what she bid?
What?
She bid. No. I said $1.
Yeah.
She bid $2.
Oh my God.
So the audience was like, ooh, like you just running. And she was listening to somebody in the audience, and so she just looked so like she felt so bad.
Yeah.
After what she realized,
she got booed. I can't wait to see it.
Oh, it was so funny. So it's supposed to air in January. I'll definitely keep you posted. And then I was called before I was due to go back to the airport. It was the next day to be on the Judge Ross Court TV show. So a lot of people don't know sometimes.
That both of those shows, like people are literally like being cast. To be there.
Exactly. Yeah. So I can't. Well, can I say what the episode is called?
Maybe not.
Probably not yet.
Maybe not yet.
But I'll share with you. That was super fun.
Yeah.
That was completely fun because it was unscripted. So they allowed me to see what the case was. I had time to review the case. The person that was suing me, we both had a chance to kind of talk about the case.
Wait, so you were literally like, you weren't just sitting in the courtroom. You were like, that is funny.
Yes.
You're like literally one of the people.
I was being sued.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I was being sued.
That's hilarious.
It was so fun though because he was like, we were like going over what we're, just kind of like the facts and things like that. He was like, I'm gonna make you look crazy. He was just like trying to get in my head.
Yeah.
Really was trying to get in my head. It was like, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. And we got in the courtroom. This guy did not submit his evidence. And he just really wasn't like.
Oh my gosh, I would love something like that.
He got nervous.
But then you have all the people who are going to see the video on the internet and they're going to think that it's really you, that's really your life, and they're going to be trying to judge you for it.
It was so funny. It was so funny. And so they, that'll be aired anytime. So hopefully this month or next month it'll be aired, and I can't wait for y'all to see it because it's going to be so funny.
That's
like, it was
hilarious.
Funny. It was funny. But yeah, most of the cases are real, but they do have to bring in.
Right, yeah. It's like, it's just like with the true crime, they do reenactment, you know, so.
Correct.
Well, cool. So your movie's about to get distribution. Have you written another one? You got another one in the pipeline?
I am. I'm writing. This one is probably going to be an episodic. It's called Blind Rage.
Blind Rage? Blind
Rage.
Okay. I was like, Blonde Rage. I was like, Rage. This is interesting.
Blind Rage. And it's actually it's going to be one of those episodics where I include a little bit of what happened to me in my personal life. And so I'm going to get a chance to kind of make up some of this stuff, like make up some of it, but majority of it is going to be a little true.
Right. Well, that's one of the pillars of writing. You write what you know.
Exactly.
And then you say, what if?
Correct.
Yep.
Correct. And just one thing that I've been running into is like how do you, and you write, you've written
a little bit.
You write a little bit. For writers,
I wish I had more time for it.
That's the thing is that's the issue is that life is gonna pull from what we're most passionate about, and so I'm finding myself like forcing myself to sit down, and I usually put music on, and then that'll kind of help me jump into that creative space or watch a movie.
Yeah.
Maybe, somewhere along the line of my
just
genre.
Just don't rewrite it after you watch it.
Exactly. So that's the problem. Yeah. Rewriting and be like, oh man, I should include this. No, get it out. Okay, that is my advice to anybody that's writing.
Now over here at the Max, they have. Well, it may not always be at the Max, but there's a writers guild. I'll send you the information. There's a group getting together soon where they get together and they write and they have like breakout sessions and stuff.
Okay. That's important.
Yeah. Well, I'm really looking forward to next month. I have my second screenwriting class. Yay. And I'm so excited because it's like fall. I can get cozy and just like write. Yes. I'm really looking forward to that. And to learn new tools on how to better, make me a writer. Because I have a film. Like I've built everything but the script. You know what I'm saying?
You got your characters, the character art.
Yeah, and I went really in depth with like even their names have meaning and stuff. So like to the story. Correct. So but yeah, that writing part it's difficult to do. Yeah. Like dialogue is. You know,
because we don't talk that much. A lot of times we want to make these write these long dialogues, and we really don't talk that much. So that's one thing I had to remember. Is like Jessica, don't be trying to write a monologue for each person, but really truly.
I hate when they get a little too wordy and redundant. When I'm like as a viewer,
correct.
I'm like, I didn't need to know all that. Yeah,
it gets boring. Yeah, it gets boring. I wanted to ask you something because you're a mom. Mm-hmm. And I have, of course, I'm a mom too. Mm-hmm. So
I think this card's about the field.
You were asking me something about being a mom.
Yeah. So how have you reinvented yourself as a mother over the years, as a wife, military wife at that?
Oh, I'm learning that.
How have you? I know sometimes our kids, it's a point in time where our kids come first, of course, family and things like that. But how do you not forget about you and your goals and your passions in life? What are some things that you've done to work through that?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think it's probably been easier to I guess you could say my husband's real supportive.
Good.
Of whatever I want to do. So I guess that's made it easier.
Yes.
And I've had a lot of other people support me too. Like as far as let's say I book a background gig, and it's in between my milk money for the week. Like it's like oh no, like how am I gonna get there? I've had people loan me money to get to set. Okay. I do that job, I get that paycheck, and then I pay them back.
Wow.
I've even had people. So honestly, just the support, support from my husband, support from other people. But also, it's always been historically, it's been difficult for me to work like regular jobs. Okay. So, one reason being my son is homeschooled; he's at home. Okay. And even when he was in school, I was never really able to work like a 9 to 5 because so many issues at the school. They'd call me, I'd have to leave. I did work for Raising Cane's and managed there. I was there for about 4 years, and I was really blessed to have a boss who really kind of accommodated those hardships I faced schedule-wise.
Correct.
And I would mainly, manage night shifts. And so then when I lost that job, it was like I had accumulated all these bills, right? Because I was making good money. So it was a big adjustment. I thought it was like the end of the world. But if all of that hadn't fell away, I never would have thrown myself into film school.
Wow.
And so I just kind of would work 2-3 days a week, bartending, serving tables, whatever. And that's still what I'm doing now. It's gotten more hard balancing that school, teenagers, and my husband being gone. But I just have to get up and do it. I just push myself.
It's worth it.
Yeah, but apart from the scheduling conflicts, I just was never made to sit in math class. I was never made to sit at a job all day, a traditional job. I think one way or the other, I would have ended up in something creative.
Yeah. Yep. Correct.
And really, for me, it was just a really big, long circle. Because I was always with a camera as a kid.
Really?
One side or the other. Yeah, shocker, right?
Right.
So, but when we grew up, especially around here, we're you just have this idea in your head that film or any other kind of creative, like we got to grow up, we got to move to Hollywood.
No.
And then at some point, I realized, no, you don't.
No. We're right here.
My boss at Canes gave me tickets to a film festival in Meridian. We used to have Rails to Reels Film Fest. You know Thomas Burton, don't you? He worked at WTOK for like 20 years.
Don't know that I've spoken with him.
Yeah, he had started Rails to Reels Film Fest. So I went the first time just like as a audience member, and then I went back and volunteered for a few years. And, just kind of found out about the film world, how it existed all around us. And so I started trying to get into it. And I got into it with some of the wrong people in the beginning. And that was part of that, like, I can do this better kind of attitude. But then I realized, like, wait, I've always kind of done this. This is what I'm supposed to do. So it was kind of just all, even the things that went wrong, I think it's all for a reason, especially because the younger girls like seem to gravitate towards me and ask me for advice. Like, there's so many times where I don't think I have anything going on, or that I haven't done that much, or that I'm not doing that much, and then people are like, oh my God, we see you got all this going on, and I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Or they'll be like, come to me for advice on this, this, and this. So I was starting to realize that, like, even if all I ever do is help other people, prevent them from making the mistakes that I did in the beginning, then that's cool with me. I'm fine with that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
So the reason why I asked that.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm talking about myself so much today.
Good though, because I'm learning a little bit about you as well.
Right, and maybe people will understand more about the host of this show now
absolutely.
too.
Absolutely. I think that just listening to your situation, those things needed to happen for you to be aligned with your purpose.
Yeah.
And because this is something, let the truth be told. I can speak, maybe I can correct me if I'm wrong, but we can do this all day and just love it, right? This is something that you do have to have a passion for, you do have to have a patience for, and it also has to be a part of your journey. If it's just a 9 to 5 or just a job for you, you're not gonna make it in this industry. That's one
or even just a hobby.
Or just a hobby.
Yeah.
You
really, gotta be. Yes. You can't be here or here. You gotta be here.
Yes. So I found myself in a job that was paying me well, and I was miserable.
Yeah.
Miserable.
Yeah.
And anytime I'm on a film set, anytime I am doing anything creative, writing, even watching movies. I love to go to the movies once a week. I'm finding myself being in my happy place. Like, I can do this for free all day, write all day, and not get paid. And so I wanted to ask you that question because I am now an empty nester. So I've raised 5 daughters. And been in survival all these years. I've lost jobs, I've gained jobs because of the sacrifices that we have to make as parents, right? When we're raising our kids, we don't really think about ourselves.
So you already know. I don't really have time to stop, slow down, and think about it.
No. You don't.
But now you're kind of like, you got some time.
Exactly. So I've been there.
Yeah.
I've definitely been there. And it was a point in time where I didn't really know where I belonged on earth. Like, I didn't even know the reason for living. I was at that point.
Oh,
where
yeah.
It was just like, why am I here, God? Why am I, And so it wasn't until, I sat with myself and was just like, I in order for me to live, like, I need to find my purpose. And, I believe that God definitely allowed me to I lost some jobs. I lost connection with some people. I had bad experiences, good experiences. But eventually, I was able to tap into that purpose. And that was me sitting on a set at, it was a TD Jakes show that I was just an audience member. And I seen a lady that was like the director. She had to be like the set director, producer, somebody. But she was just running things.
Yeah. And
I found myself fixated on her and what was happening behind the scenes. And that was like a spark for me. And I just, at that point, I was like, I need more of this. I need more of it. And so, and just as I continue to just stretch myself and be uncomfortable, attending film festivals, meeting new people and things like that, I really eventually realized that this is where I belong.
Yeah.
This is my place. This is my purpose.
Yeah.
And so through that, I found purpose and I found a new reason for living.
Yeah.
tapped into my creative side. You know, I didn't know I could act. You know, I'm still learning the acting world, and I'm still learning the director role and all those other things. But this journey is just amazing.
Yeah,
it really is. And nobody, be honest with you, my family are not as
they don't get it.
They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. And so that's the part where it can be lonely, but it's when you find your people. Yeah. So you're my people. Yeah. And now he's my people.
Yeah, we're bringing you in. We're bringing you in.
So you just meet your people in this community, but you do have to get out. So those that may be watching that really don't really know what their purpose is, and they want to figure out what it is. You just gotta.
I'm still struggling a little
bit.
Yeah.
And it's a journey. Yeah, it's a journey.
Especially because a lot of this has coincided with, like, I got baptized earlier this year.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I seen that.
And so, like, all signs and roads lead to horror films for me. Like, and that's okay. And that's like not even just. I mean, that's my foundation of why I love film was Scream, but like, I don't know. It's funny because Randy's like, I'll help you film whatever movie, but I can't do cursing, or I can't do this, and this, and I'm like, well, this ain't. I'm like, well, this ain't gonna work. Like, I gotta, but I don't see myself sitting down and writing. You know, like, I'm not saying there won't be God in my movies, but I'm not sitting down writing movies with the purpose of, like, evangelizing.
Correct.
Like, that's correct. I wouldn't even know how to start, where to start, like that. No, that's correct. That's just not going to be my lane.
Right.
But sometimes I'm like, how can I find, like, a balance?
Correct.
And then also, like, me being into the comedic, like, wanting to be in, like, comedies and stuff. It's like, man, why couldn't I have broke out into that before, like, I'm really like trying not to even, like, cuss or, like, have a potty mouth. Like, I'm trying to be mindful of those things. But it's like a little bit of my personality left.
Let me tell you something.
With that, I don't know. Like, so I'm trying to find the new me.
Yes.
Like, the balance of, like, the old me and the new me that's more conscious.
Correct.
You know?
Correct. I think our commandment from God, we don't have to turn this into that, but it's to love, really. That is the greatest, that's one of the that's the most important commandment that we have, to love our neighbor. And God gave me my brain. And I don't think that I've written something that is not a Christian-based film, but there is love included in it.
Yeah.
And I believe that as we continue to walk with God, and He'll lead us in where we got to go, He's going to tell us what to do and what not to do, what we can and cannot do. But I just think that He gave us a creative mind.
Yeah.
Let us, you know, as long as you're leading in love. I think leading in love. And horror films, that's just what it is. I don't watch horror films a lot. I know I'm a dreamer, but I
actually don't either, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people, I rewatch the same stuff.
Okay.
I remember one of the last times I tried to watch a horror movie I'd never seen before. I was so traumatized.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Wait a minute.
There was one about this couple goes to Brazil, and the lady, like, ends up getting pregnant with, like, Satan's baby. Traumatizing. And then Megan is missing. Traumatizing. But I'm finna show that one to my kids if they don't quit playing on the internet. You seen that?
I haven't seen.
That was scary.
Okay.
That was scary.
Okay.
It's because real life stuff. You know?
It's real life stuff.
Well, yeah. Like,
okay.
That's the thing about I'm more like a slasher person. I'm like a Ghostface, Michael Myers.
Okay.
I don't like anything too gory, and I don't really care for, like, you know, possession, supernatural and stuff. You gotta be careful with that stuff too. But honestly, my husband has always said this. He's like, I refuse to watch anything like with demons, you know, like possession. What did I say?
Like demons.
I meant to say possession a second ago, but I said something else, didn't I?
Demon possessed?
I feel like I said something
demonic.
Right. He's like he don't play with any of that stuff. And I'm like, for me, those don't bother me because it's the humans that scare me worse. You know? Because demons are going to demon. They're going to do what they do. Correct. You know what to expect from them.
Correct.
But people...
In there...
People people,
their brain, the way they think.
You never know what a person might do.
True.
They're going to do some twisted stuff.
That's true. That's true. Shameless plug. Can I throw this out there?
Yeah, go ahead.
And let everybody know about the movie that I'm actually in.
Yeah, do.
Speaking of horror.
Do all of the things, yeah.
So I am, I had the pleasure of acting in a movie called Those After.
Okay.
And this is it's an episodic, written and directed by Herman Johnson Jr. It's going to be showcasing at the Malco Theater in Madison, Mississippi. And it's going to be the 29th of October. So I actually play a role in this movie where I get bit.
You get bit?
A zombie.
Oh, okay, it's a zombie film.
It's a zombie apocalypse. So I don't have a problem with acting in them.
But you're nervous to watch it?
I'm nervous to watch them. So I will act all day. I will help. I will participate. But as far as like, let me watch, what is it? Something of the Dead? Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah.
Or that? No, I'm not. Because I'm a dreamer. So I dream prophetic dreams. And then I also like wake up like I dream.
Wait,
so I try not to...
you should have been here for the conversation me and Randy had last week. I will have to talk about that off camera.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm one of those too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely a dreamer.
Well, you know I died when I was born, right?
You have?
I died when I was born.
No.
And then I ran around and told everybody, I died. The doctor brought me back to life. And my mama would be like, don't listen to her. She's crazy. But then we saw it on my medical records years later when we relocated. I'll never forget the way she looked at me too when she saw that on the records. What? She was like, "This little witch." Yeah, but I have the dreams. Okay. I don't necessarily like have dreams that I see and then they happen in real life. It's like more nuanced than that.
Okay.
Like anytime I was pregnant, I would have a dream my grandmother died. So one time I had a dream my uncle died and I called him and I was like, "You got a grandkid on the way," and he did. What? Yeah. Just stuff like that. Stuff like that. But that's interesting that you brought that up and talking about the scary movies because I didn't do the school shooter movie.
I did.
With Randy.
I didn't either. Yeah.
I was supposed to be his first AD on that and I couldn't handle it.
So I think work just took over for me and I couldn't participate.
Maybe it was just the content and having kids that age, and like I kind of struggle with like OCD, like obsessive compulsive thoughts. But also, I'm one of the types. I'm like, wait, are we manifesting this?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I didn't want no part of that. I didn't want no part of that.
Because if you really think of the Joker, just remember what happened to the Joker. But both of them died.
Oh well, Jack Nicholson struggled after playing Joker, and then Heath Ledger struggled. Yeah. He's gone. Rest
so
in
if you
peace.
even think about those, like
you gotta be careful.
So acting, you're embodying these characters. So you're becoming them, and it's real. Like it's real to your organs. It's real to your brain when you really tap into those characters. Because that's something that I had to do in this episodic, those after, and then even practicing the lines and really trying to be one. I found myself like going crazy.
Really?
Like oh my God, like yes, because the 3 days before, I really felt like I was like really trying to pull out the character and embody what she was going through because I was turning. I shouldn't be telling it. So
it sounds like you were kind of using like kind of like a little bit method acting.
It was method acting.
You were really trying to get into that. So you if it really was kind of bogging you down spiritually and stuff, you might want to try like a different approach if you ever have difficult characters like that again. Yeah. And
then coming out of it was I had to watch some Disney movies. I had to watch Disney movies, and this is real. Like this, it sounds crazy maybe from everybody else, but it's a real thing. I had to go and sit and just meditate.
Yeah.
And just, but just to come out of it, people, and that's why when you're on set too, you got to really kind of respect the actor's space and make sure that you don't do a lot of talking to
I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
Yes. So we both do background. I have lots of opinions about some background actors.
Okay.
Now I will say this. I folded like a napkin when I ended up on set with Ski Ulrich. I mean, I couldn't help it. My heart was racing, tears. I didn't know he was going to be there, okay? I was supposed to meet him earlier that summer at an event, but it got canceled. So, like, planning for it would have been one thing. But I had just asked God, like, a few weeks before I got that movie, like, I need a sign. Like, am I crazy for trying to pursue this? Like, I need to know. So then I end up on a set. I'm in a van with some crew.
Okay.
And I heard him say something about Skeet. And I was like, huh? Say what? And they're like, yeah, he'll be here later today. So then it was the thought of, like, I might get to do a scene with him. Like, what? Because that was bigger than a sign. That was like a freaking billboard.
Right.
That was like a freaking billboard.
Right.
So we ended up not doing a scene together. So when I was dismissed, like, I had to walk to my car, and he was, like, standing on the street, you know, and you're not supposed to bother them.
Right.
Because they might be in there. They might be in their zone, like, for their lines, whatever they got to film.
Correct.
But he saw me crying as I'm just trying to, like, walk to my car, and they're like, what's wrong? And I was like, I don't think I can even, like, walk past you, brother. And so yeah, like, he hugged me and stuff, and, like, it was able to, like, calm me down. And then he was like asking me about film school, asking me when I graduate, just so chill, so cool. It was like the best, coolest experience ever. I was like, I owe all of this to, like, Scream. I was like, that's my foundation. I was like, you have no idea. I was like, just you being here today, like, that was when stuff, like, really, really started to feel aligned. Right. That was another thing that I was like, it was hinting me towards horror. Because that was a horror movie.
That was a sign.
Yeah. I can't wait for that one to come out too. Yeah.
I think it's okay.
But yeah.
It's okay.
But back to yeah. So that was just a rare thing. But I still did not ask him to take a picture with me. Okay.
No, I try not to do it, but when it's appropriate.
Well, right. People irk me so bad on sets. I did one movie where they allowed you to take pictures. They wanted you all day long to promote it. It said within 1 month of the release.
Okay. Then
so not same day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't read. They just sign. Well, I actually read the thing. And you got all these people posting pictures with the actor before we even leave set. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I can't, like, just read it, follow the rules. But if you've never thought about that, that is one reason why they ask you not to go up to them and take pictures or do this and that. Is because they might be in their zone. They might be working their lines, doing what they need to do. And then also, like, if it's a big enough person, like, they don't want that to get out. No. Because then you'll have people lining the streets, like, looking for them. Because that happened with Tiffany Haddish this summer.
Oh, really?
When that thing in Canton, she was filming in Canton. She had an exchange with some people at the subway, and it went viral.
Oh, I heard.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
But
they didn't make her sandwich. Like, if you didn't have something, you just think it. If you didn't make it was something about a
no,
roast beef
they just didn't have what she wanted, so they left.
Right.
Why are you mad about that? They just wanted to go viral. They just wanted to go viral.
Oh,
you know.
Okay.
But her being her, she's gonna reply.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. But they didn't keep a lid on that movie. They allowed news people to come and let them know they were filming and stuff. But because of that whole situation, I was like, they got to hurry up and get out of Canton. Because they did the rest of it in Natchez or Vicksburg, I think. Okay. And I was like, I'm ready for them to leave Canton.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I was like, they got to get out of here before some folks show up.
Exactly. And they come to our state and our city, of course. You know, we want to make sure that we show them a good time.
Well, I got to talk to her just like how me and you are. And looking back, we could have snapped a picture real quick in that moment, and it would have been appropriate.
Right.
But yeah, I just don't like. You know, I'm always trying to be mindful. Yeah. Yeah. Always trying to be mindful.
And they're people. That's the thing. They're people.
Yeah, so that too.
A lot of people got to remember that, but. Yeah, being respectful of their craft because they get paid.
And you want to be. Look, I'm trying to stay on those rosters. It's a couple of casting companies who I know I'm on their roster. You know, I want to stay that way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they know I'll show up, be on time, get the job done, and leave.
Correct.
And I brought them some younger girls, like up and coming talent. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
That might be an avenue for me one day in the future.
Casting.
Well,
or
I don't. Maybe like management.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
You know.
You would do great. I've seen you in action.
I just jump.
Do great.
I just jump in wherever's needed.
Yeah.
Any day, Any bad day on set's better than the worst day.
And you've done.
Wait, what's the saying? The worst day on set is still better than the best day at a regular job. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Well, I'm so happy that you came all this way today to talk to me. So, Touched
is my short film.
Real soon. Some distribution news.
Yes.
I'll make sure that we get everybody updated on that, where
Correct.
they can watch that.
Also, on Hulu, America's Most Wanted.
Okay.
The most recent season is season 3. I did play on the first episode. I played a victim named Tanika Hodges.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can go on Hulu and find me on Hulu right now.
And then you're going to have The Price is Right and the court show coming.
Right. I'm going to be on all of
so
those channels.
The reality show stuff, that's so cool.
Yeah,
you should go on like Big Brother or something.
Ooh. Nah,
you don't got kids at home anymore.
Yeah.
You don't got kids at home anymore.
I would love a dating show, though. I would love like a dating show. Well, they need to bring back the dating show where they used to have like the bachelors in the back and you get a chance like ask them questions. And then the audience, I think you pick or the
Do you know the lore around that from the 70s? How there was like a murderer who was a contestant on that show? No. Okay, do you know who Anna Kendrick is? She was in Pitch Perfect. Anyways, she directed her first movie. And she did that story, that guy who was a contestant on the dating show, and he was murdering girls. The movie was phenomenal. But she said that she didn't even feel right, like, profiting from it, so she gave all that money to, like, organizations and stuff.
Okay.
But, yeah, female directed. Yeah, that was a true story. Somebody was a contestant on that show, and he was, like, a whole killer. He was killing girls. So
he was the one looking for females.
No,
was he the
No, there were 3 guys, and he was the one that got picked, and he was like literally like a whole murderer. Yeah, I can't remember his name. What's his name?
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Let me look up the name of the movie real quick.
Oh yeah, we need to.
I'm sorry, I was laughing at the last thing I googled. Anna Kendrick's directorial debut.
Yeah, I have to watch
She was Jessica in Twilight. Woman of the
Hour.
Oh,
really? Okay.
Okay, the movie is called Woman of the Hour, a true crime story based on the story of a woman who appeared on the dating game with serial killer Rodney Alcala.
That was a real story.
Wow. Like you could probably go on YouTube and watch that episode of the dating game.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
I used to watch all those shows growing up. I love me some Game Show Network. Yeah.
But I'll be directing, filming next year for sure.
Okay.
And I'm just here to support my fellow filmmakers as well.
I know. I feel like you kind of interviewed me a little bit today.
I did. Yeah. I learned a little bit more because it's different being on set and just working together versus.
And I don't even really kind of want this to be like, oh, I have this guest and I'm going to interview him. I wanted to just be chill. I wanted to just be us talking, kind of just doing what we do, you know? Yeah, I was going to say in the spirit of Halloween being soon, I was going to ask what is your favorite scary movie? And then we kind of ended up talking about those. So you said you don't do a whole lot, but if you had to pick a favorite.
Wait. I can tell you my first one that I seen.
Okay.
Was Vamp.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
Grace Jones is in this one. So this is, it's called Vamp.
Okay.
And, yeah, y'all should check it out.
So would you consider that your favorite?
Well,
do you like Final
Destination?
Do you like more like thrillers and stuff like that? You don't like those either?
I don't like the Final Destination.
Well, see, those are like what we were talking about.
I think those are
the kind of dream type stuff. I think that's why I'm fascinated with those though, because I relate to that kind of thing.
Jeez, I think the most recent one. I don't know if I would consider it as a horror or is it a thriller, but the most recent one with what's his name? Oh goodness,
Sinners.
Yes.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
No, I was
like, hold on, we gotta talk about Sinners.
Sinners is definitely probably my top favorite.
I mean,
That's my top favorite.
I need to rewatch it, but like when I first watched it, I was like, I'm gonna be talking about this movie for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
My favorite thing was, so I went and saw it in the cinema with like 3 other people, so there was 4 of us. All 4 of us cried. but all four of us cried at different times.
Wow.
And that was one of the first things that stood out to me. I was like, there's something in this for everybody to connect to, or somebody got struck by something.
Correct.
It was different for everybody. I loved that.
Yeah.
But one of my friends, preacher's son, the way the whole ending, I mean, I was like, I had to check on him.
He's from Mississippi.
The guy that played the preacher's son, a little Sammy.
Is he from Mississippi? I think
probably. I remember when they were casting for that. I remember seeing them specifically looking for dancers and stuff.
Okay.
The working title was Grilled Cheese.
Oh, really?
But it was all filmed in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And I never, based in Mississippi but filmed in Louisiana, and I never knew why it wasn't filmed here until the other night. So they did a panel, they did a screening at the Temple, and then they did a panel at the Max.
Correct.
And the director from Film Mississippi was there, and I heard her say, finally, we just didn't have the money. What? They came to us first. They came to Mississippi first. Ryan Coogler did.
And didn't have the money to...
Well, I don't know the way how all that stuff works. I'm sure, like, he had his budget. He had his money. But, like, with the film incentives and stuff, that's kind of how they choose.
You got to hire.
Where to film. And then... But also, Clarksdale probably just didn't have a lot of means to host that.
That could be true.
They don't have a movie theater, so that's why they went and set up a screening there so that the people of Clarksdale could even watch the movie that's based in their town.
Correct.
So there may not have been a lot of, place for crew to stay or places to, it's all that stuff you got to factor in. But yeah, the director of Film Mississippi did say that, it just wasn't in our budget. So now my brain's been thinking about that ever since the other night, though, is how do we get Mississippi a better budget?
Exactly.
How do we get movies like that here?
Correct. Correct.
So.
Another thing I was thinking the other day, not just the other day, but just been for a while, is that why can't we just get like our heavy hitters that's here? There's a lot of talent in Mississippi. Get our heavy hitters together, our directors, our writers. Like we can create our own big time movie that's eligible for, Grammys and Emmys or
Grammys.
Not Grammys. It could be with the music, right? Okay. Maybe not Grammys. But
he's looking like he don't even know why he's here. But
we can do this. Like we got so much talent.
Well, they're gonna start doing. So Film Mississippi's gonna start doing meetups for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When did they say they're doing one in DeSoto soon? Close to Memphis soon.
December.
Yeah. So I probably wanted to make that. But anytime they land here or like Jackson or something.
Okay. And we can also go on their website to make sure we set up a profile so that when they do have films that's being shot here in Mississippi, we'll be on the roster. Like if they need a DP, or if they need camera operators.
I'm still trying to figure out how people land certain crew jobs. Now I'm on Staff Me Up. But like when Andrew Stevens comes and films movies in Mississippi, like I don't know, he must just call John Reed or somebody. And then he just pulls people for crew. I don't know, because I would love to do crew. I'll do, I'll do.
Yeah. The Mississippi Film Office do have a way for you to register.
Yeah. I think
you have to show like a resume that shows like your work and things like that. Yeah. But there's a way for you to register.
Because when American Idol came through, I was able to pick that up off Staff Me Up, and just different thing goes on Staff Me Up. But when those big movies come, I don't know where they're pulling the crew from.
Gotcha.
But they're just using a lot of the same people each time, so that makes sense. You're just gonna call them. But yeah, doing background. I ran into a guy who was a PA here when we did American Idol, and I was like, "How did you get this job?" Which he works in Grip,
right?
So they probably just call, like, if he works for a Grip company, like they're gonna call them and.
Correct.
But yeah, there's still a lot like I'm trying to figure out, wiggling around and learning all the things.
Okay. I know you're trying to wrap up, but do you feel like that there's a what do you call it?
No, we're fine.
What do you call it? Gatekeepers. Do you feel like you've ran into? Do you think it's gatekeepers, or do you think that it's just a matter of just timing of meeting people and really truly getting the connection?
Yeah, just still learning more about the whole crew side in general, how that works. Okay. Yeah, just hadn't. Which hopefully I won't have to.
Okay.
I'll be a PA. Obviously, I'm not then don't call me for grip, you know.
Correct.
But I'm still curious, like how that works, how they get those set up. But that's something questions to ask when we do have those meetups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll keep learning.
Keep learning.
Yeah.
Keep thriving.
We're gonna keep figuring it out. One thing I have figured out is that you wiggle around long enough, you get places. And also, it's just really not that big of an industry. It's really not that big.
Correct. I believe it takes it could be one or multiple, but sometimes it's just that one. You might land a role, and that just might catapult you.
I'm waiting on one to come out. They're driving me cuckoo. I can't wait to see where it comes out.
Any projects that you have going on?
No, I'm really just trying to focus on school, and then this right now is my project. So.
And you need how many followers do we need?
For this to be monetized on Facebook, as of earlier today, I needed 15 more followers.
All right, so we can do that.
Yeah,
we can do that. Share. Have you share.
Probably before I finish editing this and posting it. Hopefully we'll be there. Yeah.
You'll be there.
Yep. Because I got homework. I'm in a communications class right now, so that's been kind of cool.
Hey.
Did you know that? Only 7% of communication is verbal?
I did not.
Isn't that wild? The rest is
wild.
nonverbal.
Okay.
Eye contact, body language, all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would agree to that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, because
that's why you end up in so many Facebook fights if you're not careful.
Correct.
Because you're missing the tone of voice. You're missing, which people always think I'm arguing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Even in person, I'm like, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just. Anyways.
We don't even worry about them. They just better fall in line. Just fall in line. And I think naturally, you just got to be yourself. I'm going to be myself. And who I'm for, and who I'm not for. See ya. Or, you know. But on set, I'm always going to be professional.
Yeah.
Even if I know somebody don't like me or anything like, because I've had to work on a film set a few times with a person who I knew had it out for me.
Really?
And that was tough.
Dang.
Oh, it was tough because you still got to be professional and you still got to be respectful to them. And that way you get paid and, your reputation, one, is number one. But just being a bigger person. But it's difficult. It can be difficult to do it, but I've done it before.
Yeah. When my news article came out, I think it was within the hour, somebody was messaging the news outlet with just bold-faced lies about me.
What?
Which I didn't see coming.
Wow.
But then when I found out where it came from, I was like, oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Within an hour.
That's horrible.
From a person who never met me is literally just taking someone else's word for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But me and the guy who did the news article, we're locked in. He was like, oh my gosh, look at this.
Laughing because you're going to have the haters. And that's the thing, as we move up into the industry, because we will, we're going to have to navigate around those people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was meant for that to happen because you need to know how we feel on this level, because when we get to that level, we ain't got time. We ain't got time. We're going to let our, what do you call the people that does the publicists? We'll let them handle those type of things. But yeah, we're not going to,
Yeah.
This ain't nothing but just training ground for us. So we just let them hate. Let them hate. That's okay. Yeah. That's let them hate.
All right. Well, I feel like, are we wrapped, guys?
Give me a hug.
We wrap?
This is my girl, y'all. So
but
yes.
Hockey, if you need, hey, she can run sound too. If you need somebody to run sound, I don't know if you're trying to get away from doing that or.
I'm still in the learning phases, but I can do it.
In
I know
a
basic
pinch,
stuff.
you know?
Yeah. And if I have any questions, I have a really good mentor. Yeah. Randy Skinner is is a great mentor. So I have a mentor that works alongside me to be able to help me through. So
he teaches me cameras and he teaches you sound.
That's right.
Yeah.
He needs to start his own
He won't let me touch the cameras, but
Randy, we need you to start your own school, okay?
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
He's been asking me about going to school. He's like, do you think I could do that? I'm like
go to school?
I was like, you could teach it.
Right.
Like, what do you mean?
Randy, we know you watching this. Start your own school, okay? Yes. Start your own school.
Yes, we hope you feel better.
Yes, and feel better.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're speaking.
I'm gonna send him a picture.
We're speaking healing. That way you can continue to do what you do.
Oh no, we ain't doing that.
No,
Wait,
no.
we're gonna get a better picture than that.